Okay, so the next thing is we're going to be looking at image tags. On VS Code, once you type img, you get this. So image tag goes with the source attributes with the alternative text. So on the source file, if you do dot in this directory, look for in the image folder, then look for, I have imported this image called DSC icon, and it's right here in our image folder, and the DSC icon is inside it. So if we happen to do something like this, and probably we say outside this directory it can't find the image folder, do you get? So it means you have to be careful of your file paths. If it's in the same directory, they are all in the same directory. The index.html, the style.css, the image folder are all in the same directory. So you have to do / in the image folder, look for me dsc icon.png. Now this alternative text alt means if peradventure I miss the file path, what should show here, and that icon is dsc icon. So as you can see, if you go to here and refresh, you can see this this pretty little image showing right here. If for any reason our file path is incorrect, it means our image will only depict the text in place of the image, which means dsc icon. So moving on, but we don't want that, so we're going to have our image back here. Alright, so moving down, we are going to be looking at anchor tags. Anchor tags are going to be used to if you want to take your users to another page, to somewhere else, to navigate all these parts, you need to use anchor tags. So anchor tags is being used as A, and A signifies anchor tag. So on VS Code, if we look at this A link, you see it brings out the anchor tag for us, and this HTTP is a relative path. Where do we want this to go to when we click on anything here? So I'm going to make in, say, like H1, or rather this is H5. Once you close it, VS Code automatically closes the tag for us, and we say click here to register. And if we put this A tag right here, and we're going to say click to register. Okay, let's say click to register here. Now let's see what happens here in the browser. You can see click to register here, and we can see the here has been underlined and has a blue styling, a color of blue. So we'll talk about CSS tomorrow. So when you come here and peradventure, let's look at let's link this to okay. So copy this and paste this here. As you can see, I've pasted the URL to DSC Photos website platform right here. Click here to register. So if you have to go back and refresh, you can see when I hover around this, it shows you the URL right below it. So when I click there to register, automatically it navigates me to the DSC platform. So anchor tags are used to navigate between web pages or sections of a web page. For example, when we talk about semantic tags, when we're talking about the body, the main, the footer, and all that, those are sections which we're going to be using anchor tags to navigate to. So the next thing we have here is we'll be talking about images as links. Just as you can link an image, you can link text and use the anchor tag in navigating the text to take you to wherever you want to. You can use an image in sense of we're going to wrap this image a link, don't forget that. We're going to wrap this image in and we say let me copy this image we have here. Okay, and if you place that here, forgive me, indentation is quite important in coding. Alright, so this looks nice right now. So we have wrapped this anchor tag, this image, in an anchor tag, and if I click, I want it to still take me to. So as you can see, something isn't right here because even my VS Code is showing the colors. Can you see it? So this is where we learn a little about debugging. The colors help you in debugging also. So once I can see that it's one of my semicolon that's missing, okay, now I don't know what's happening right here because I have closed this tag. Okay, alright, so we're here now. So if I refresh this, okay, my image isn't appearing. Okay, sorry, it's still the same image appearing. Yeah, so if I hover on this link, I get to see that it's taking me to the same URL below. Alright, so if we click on the image, it takes us to the DSC photo website. So that's all for links and anchor tags and navigation. So the next thing is, let's dive into semantic tags. So if I am to build a proper website, I am going to start with what we know as a header. Header is where peradventure I'm going to put my nav. Okay, nav is a semantic tag, header is a semantic tag, and this is to allow the browsers and search engines to be able to navigate easily and find your website. That's what semantics means. It says code, humans read code. Definitely we need something that will make bots and search engines to be able to read our be able to search our website and bring it to limelight for others to see. So definitely the nav tag is going to contain, let's say, home, about. Okay, we need to wrap this up in an unordered list because that's actually what we want. So I'm going to make this like 3. Then the first one is going to be the home, about us, contact us. Okay, alright, I think we should make that 3. So coming back here, and as we can see, our home, about, contact us is just sitting there, right? So we're going to be using CSS tomorrow to make this align and be beautiful and all that. So if we do this, that's all that's supposed to be in the header right now. And then we'll be looking at HR. HR is for lines. So to create this line, HR is for creating a vertical line across the web page. Though you could use CSS to determine the length, the height, and all that, the width and the height. Well, okay, so if we move down to the next one, we are going to be using section, as you can see, and peradventure I'll just bring all this. To move things up in VS Code, use Alt and your arrow key. So let's be sure we're still in line. Yeah, we've talked about, okay, divs are still also used for sectioning, but div doesn't really mean anything. Like, it doesn't tell us the meaning of anything. So use div when you ought to use it, but also try to include semantic tags so that when the search engine is being is ranking your website, at least you'll be at the top-notch level. So if we are to do this right now, so we have made use of the header, the section. Okay, we could also have a main tag. We have a main tag, we could put our list of everything we want to buy, because that's basically what the website will be showing us: our contacts, our shopping list. So let's say we do this H5 shopping list. Okay, so let's say we want to make use of the footer tag. Usually is at the last, so we could say contact us here, or you can reach us via our platform. So with this, now we have made our first website. This is the nav, this is the header, this is this is the nav, this is a section we have, this is another section, but we'll tag it in the main semantic tag, and then we have the footer right here. Contact us, our logo is here, and then click here to register or to contact us. So let's see what else is. Okay, so I think right now what we'll be doing is to quickly wrap up the HTML section. Let's just create in this main, let's create a form, a simple form. Okay, the action is to take us nowhere. Now this form, we're going to be having an input tag is for forms. Okay, just to save time. Input type of, it could be text, it could be email, it could be name, but we'll get to all that. So input type of text, and then when we get to JavaScript, start saying things like name and all that. But right now I think we just have to leave it at that. So we have something called a placeholder. So we use a placeholder is for what will be inside the text. What do we want to see? You see your name. So let's see what we have here. So as you can see, we have this little kind of form where we can type in our name or letters. Alright, so having a name, you could also replicate this, and we put here your contacts. Your contacts will be a type of phone. Please don't say a type of number here. It should be a type of phone. And then what should be the last thing? Say email. There's a type of email, and then we say here your email. So if we refresh this, we get this. Okay, so this is where we talk about the break. The break tag is to push the next thing down. Okay, so if we refresh this, right, I think that's already down. So the next is the break. Okay, so why is the break tag not working? We have your contacts, your email. Okay, let's see. Right, so we didn't push these contacts down. So if you want more spaces, of course you could put more breaks, but it wouldn't be cool that each time you come to a website, please avoid breaks as much as you can. By the time you learn frameworks like Bootstrap and all that, all these paddings and margins will be taken care of. So tomorrow, don't miss tomorrow's class. We're going to be having CSS classes where you learn all this, and then we're also going to be giving out resources later on, so just stay tuned. So now let's say let's use a H5 tag to say fill the form below. So right here you could have name, my number. Okay, this isn't supposed to be typing. Okay, alright, so right here in our contact, okay, it's gonna be type of number, so it's not gonna be typing letters, it's only like numbers you're gonna be having. And then the email, the type of email is also a kind of check-in for your email, so this is also an authentication in HTML2. So for here, if we're to, okay, let's talk about the button. So we have the button, and then we have submit, and we're gonna make the button a type of submit, such a way that, alright, so we have this little nice button here, and which we're going to be styling in our next section being tomorrow. So I fill my name, my contacts, and my email. Guess what? It's not going to submit because I haven't inputted the right email. So it's submitting because we said it should be a method of post and a type of submit. But if we are to make this required, and then okay, right here, if you have to make this required, okay, and if I fill the contact and I fill the right email, you can see it won't submit because this field is required. So even if you're going to be using JavaScript very soon for authentications and stuff like that, we also need to know as beginners that we take note of the required section. So that is, we still need to fill our name before the form submits. So along the line, you're going to learn about the authentications and all that using JavaScript. Alright, so I think that's a wrap up of HTML, and with this you're good to go to the next section. Thanks for watching, and catch you tomorrow in class.